Hello there, I'm the base manager and welcome back to Space Engineers. Now, we start our episode a little bit far away from our base and from our, should I say, resupply hub, which I believe it's somewhere over there. Yeah, 157 kilometers. But the reason for that is, as you probably recall from the last episode, we ran out of silicon. So I told you that I was going to do some grinding, a little bit of grinding, but well, a little bit. It's all going to depend of your perspective, because, well, a little bit turned into a little. A lot, okay? I filled up all my cargo containers except this one with a bunch of stuff. Yeah, all my small cargo containers are stuffed to the brink with processed materials, by the way, and the large containers, one of them is full, the other one is halfway through its capacity, and I thought to myself, maybe now it's the time to stop, okay? But, well, my friends, just in case you don't think I got all those resources legitimately, because most of the times I just grind off-screen, let me ask future me for... let me just talk to future me, okay? Hey, base manager. Hey, future me. Could you please do a montage for the fine people at home? They kinda need to see what we were doing in between episodes. Like... Bro. Stop being lazy, come on. Just do it, okay? Thank you. So yeah, we kinda used the Spacestrocity a lot. We put a lot of miles into this baby. It needs some... it needs to have its oil change after such a long run of resource collecting. But yeah, we got pretty much everything except for a gold and platinum because I ran out of space. Like, let me tell you, using the side port for a resource collection, it's a really... like, it speed up things quite significantly because I don't need to line myself or anything. I just need to point my back to this connector. I might be upside down, rotated, it doesn't matter. I just need to point my back into the connector and back down without crashing too much. And it's done. So mining is extremely quickly using the side port over there. So yeah, but hey, we got those resources for a reason. We ran out of silicon last time, and now hopefully we'll have enough silicon to complete all the not walls, all the windows that we want to build on our space station. So, now that the resource collection is done, let's go over here, let's convert into a ship, and let's jump back into the space station, shall we? We just need to select the GPS thingy. Space station is selected. We turn on our engines, at least just the ion engines, to make sure that we are always at 0 meters per second, and we jump back. Jesus Christ. 9 million kilograms. Like, I remember that when we finished last episode, we were at like 7 million kilograms. I just mined 2 million kilograms of stuff. Like, that's ridiculous. That's fine, that's fine. Like, wow. And by the way, I must reiterate once again, it was actually pretty quick. It was like 2 hours of grinding, which by space engineer standards, it's pretty quick. Yep, I'm pretty happy. Time to get back to work, however, and hopefully I got positioned in a good location in comparison to the space station. Hello? Okay, maybe we should get a little bit closer. I don't want to travel 1 kilometer in between resupply runs when we can just be right next to it. So we just make a small burn and we slowly encroach on that position. Now, my friends, I told you that that thing, I don't want you thinking that I was cheating or anything. Like, no one ever accused me of doing that. It's just that I always grind off camera. You guys never get to see where the resources come from. Simply because, you know, grinding, it's kind of boring. Like I said, it's 2 hours of grinding to get all of those materials, but it's still 2 hours of just grinding, and in my opinion, that's not really that fun, especially when we can spend, you know, recording time doing cool stuff like this fantastic space station. So I think that's a better use of your time and my time as well. Cool, so 60 meters is kind of the limit. I'm even going to push myself down a little bit. Might I want to build in the direction of the capital ship, and then I just need to rotate slightly, pointing the port towards the space station and making the resupply runs a little bit easier. Now I just need to set up the waypoints 1, 2, 3 for the return home system, and we can get back into building stuff. So last time we ran out of materials when we were almost finishing the bottom floor, or the industrial floor, which is kind of a shame, but oh well, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to weld all of these pretty quickly. Besides, I always need to get some practice with that welder thingy, that even though it's quite easy to use and whatnot, it's always you know, it's something that you need to operate very closely to your building, so you need to be careful with it. And after we are done with it... Military escort. Okay, hopefully they won't mess with us. After we are done with this, all we need to do is build another floor on top of it for our living quarters, and then set up the hangar base and the bottom of this space station, and we'll be done. Yeah, like I would say we are 50% there, so it's not that bad actually. We might be able to get this one done in just a few episodes. Now, my friends, like we learned last time, we need to remove the waypoints that we add on the list and add the new waypoints that I just created. For some reason this thing is like this. God knows why. It's not like that, it's like this, and the last one should be number 1. So let's move it down. It's proper position, 3, 2, 1, and it should be in position to lock. Pretty cool. So let me get out of the remote control. Let's go back, and please don't slam yourself into the connector, please. Cool. Now let's stuff ourselves with bulletproof glass and grinders, and let's weld the remaining window tiles. And here we go, my friends. Easily done. Let's take a look from the outside without welding the helmet against our heads. Pretty beautiful, pretty beautiful. I really love the glass in this game. Really is something to look at, but well, right now we still need to weld like a few corners here and there that we didn't have complete access, like these blocks, but we can do it by hand. That's not a major concern. Also, we need to put some extra blocks down to serve as the ceiling slash floor for the next area. And I need to think about it a little bit, so I think I'm going to send this home, and while I think about it, and we'll see what will come up from this. Well, my friends, that's a lot of blocks, but the welding machine, the Bob the engineer over here, right, will be able to build that in no time whatsoever. Just watch this. And there we go, my friends. The second floor is now welded. Today I was feeling a little bit lazy. I just gave it a tap and turn off my inertia dampeners and let inertia do its thing. But yeah, please take it all the way back home. Let's turn off the welder so that we don't weld our helmet by accident. And let's take a look at this. Pretty cool. Now we have the space inside to create the different rooms. That is going to be done manually. Obviously we are not going to put the welder inside of this thing and weld those things. I'm going to wait for that to build that once we are done. And the same for these parts over here. I kind of know what I want to do, but that's corners and stuff like that, and that's a little bit complicated. How about we start by doing what is simpler first, and then we do the complicated parts, right? So, this is going to be our, let's say, command center / living quarters / whatever. The areas where we are supposed to live and stop at, rest, all of that. We don't really need a lot, but I'm going to use a lot of glass simply because it looks really nice and welding it is no longer a problem, so I can just go crazy on the glass. And yeah, I have to be honest, I'm even thinking about giving it a glass roof, like an entire glass dome, pretty much. I know it's kinda not really that good against you know, if we get attacked, but I'm not expecting an attack in here, so Yeah, of course that on top I'm still going to put a few turrets, so it's not going to be a complete glass dome on the center. We're pretty much going to have a strip of blocks where we are going to support our turrets, our top turrets anyway, and then on the bottom we are going to put some turrets around this area over here and a few on the bottom. So we should be pretty well covered. If we get attacked, it's just a drone or something like that, so it should be able to be dealt with pretty easily. So I'm not expecting exactly major problems from that. But enough talking, time to lay down a bunch of windows. Alright my friends, so this had to be one of the longest block laying sessions that I ever had, but well, look at the size of this thing, look at the amount of blocks this thing has, and well, let me just tell you, we are still not done. If you couldn't tell, I'm going to build a double layered window thingy over here. We're going to have both windows on the bottom and on the top, just to, you know, make it so that it is not as blocky on the inside as it would be otherwise, with just a window on the top, as if we only had a window on the top, these corners would be visible from the inside and that would be ugly. With the double windows, that kinda gets melded a little bit, but yeah, that's pretty much the plan. But in order for me to put the windows on top, I still need to weld the windows on the bottom, and that means welding pretty much everything over here. Now, there is one small problem, which is I am like a little bit uncertain if this thing is going to be airtight or not. Reason for that is these corners over here, this window slope and this window slope are not attached to each other. This window slope is attached to this face over here, but not this one over here, and that makes me a little bit concerned. But I'm going to be honest, I don't want to sacrifice my vision just for that. It would be nice if we could get this one airtight, but if we can't, oh well, I'm not going to spend too much time over here anyway. So yeah. That hopefully won't be an issue. Once again, I will try my best to make it airtight. If I can't, and I would have to like sacrifice some of these thingies, well then that is not going to happen. Well, I think this is enough explanation of what is going on over here. Now it's time to grab the bob over here and start welding all of that. And there we go, my friends. The last few blocks I had the plates to weld them by hand, so I was not going to resupply and bring the thingy over here just to build a couple of blocks. But yeah, the dome is almost complete. We are still missing the top part, the turrets, the sides, which I'm going to try to make like a glass connection between the two floors, and then we also are going to put a little bit of glass on the power plant, and then the remaining is going just to be light iron blocks. But yeah, my friends, this thing is looking beautiful. I just love looking at all of this glass, and you know, in a way I can imagine the final product, and I think it's going to look really nice. But well, there is still plenty of welding to do. I still need to cover this part over here, make the top layer of glass. Then on this thingy, on this beam, we are going to position our turrets. Of course, we are going to replace the light armor blocks for a conveyor junction, and then we are going to bring the conveyor itself via the interior, right? We are going just to put, let's say, maybe between 3 to 5 turrets on the top, a couple on the sides and a few on the bottom. That is going to be more than enough for drone defensive purposes. I'm pretty sure it would be really unlucky for a large grid size ship to enter the space, but hey, we never know. I'm still going to put a few artillery, 1 or 2 artillery turrets on this thing, just in case, you know, to scare them off, should that be the case. But let's take a look on the inside. I like it. I like it a lot. In fact, what I can do, you know what? In order to make these corners a little bit smoother, what we can do is over here, we place ramps like so. I probably should have thought about it. Oh well. Like this, and that way we eliminate the corners completely, and then we'll cover this area with glass like we have on the bottom, just to beautify it and give it a little bit of volume. Cool. So this small visual issue has been easily fixed. I think this looks much better. We do things like this, then leaving the these edges like so. I was like, I'm not enjoying this too much. Need to find a solution for this, and yo, just popped into my mind. Cool. So let's continue. I say let's continue. In fact, we just are missing just a little bit until we are done. So I'll see you guys once this is built. Okay, my friends, it's honesty time. This thing is getting a little bit redonkulous. This is day 3 of the recording process for this episode. And I'm like, already lost track on how many hours we have spent doing this. Yeah, I think I'm going to start cutting a few corners here and there, but I still want to finish the corners according to the vision that I had previously. And yeah, I'm just going to cut these corners, close this area off, and take care of the top part, yeah, the window that is going to go on the this layer of, yeah. And yeah, we are going to call it done, because this is a huge waste of materials. Like, if there is anything that can be classified as a waste of materials, this is it. But still, is a beautiful waste of materials that is still going to be useful sometime in the near future. But I'm going to be honest. In Portuguese, we used to say I had bigger eyes than belly, or something along those lines, which can, you know, roughly be the equivalent of I bitten more than I could chew. Because, yeah, like in my mind, I did not foresee this thing being this big or this expensive. But hey, it is what it is. So, because we already have like a huge time lapse in the episode already, I'm just going to close this off camera, and I will show you guys what I was thinking once I am done. Holy Jesus, my friends, this took so long. It's unbelievable. It's like such a small thing, and that you would think, in 5 minutes I will have all the blocks in place. Yeah. Right. Almost 20 minutes just to do this part. I will show you in a little bit, but kinda wanted to ask some opinion of you guys. Like, we need a late game objective. We need something that will allow us to finish the game, because this is open-end. Sandbox type of game, right? So the ending is whatever we feel like it. My objectives are, my following objectives are: build a battleship or a battle cruiser, go to the moon, plant a flag, go to Mars, plant a flag, and I'm done. That's like pretty much like my final objectives. But if you have any ideas, please let me know, because yeah, just please, no more megalomaniac builds. I think I had enough of those. Oh boy, this is ridiculously large, unnecessarily large, beautifully large. But yeah, this was pretty much my vision. Not exactly like this, but a few compromises had to be made in order to make this somewhat flow. These are the shapes that we have, so this is what we have to do to create a transition area. And I want to leave this area open without blocks on the inside. Maybe I'll even put a ladder system just to go up and down. But yeah, other than that, all of this is glass except for the top and the bottom. But everything else is going to be glass, and I think I'm really going to enjoy how this is going to look in the end. Pretty much a glass fortress, but oh well, it is what it is. Let me now just finish this off. There is only a few things remaining, and once it is welded, I will show you guys how does this look in its final form. Now, my friends, I really don't want to lose another 20 minutes doing the glass on this side, so I just had a sneaky idea. I do be lazy from time to time, so laziness transpires inspiration. No, whatever. What I meant to say is, when you are lazy, your inspiration overflows with ideas on how to overcome issues without doing too much, right? The idea being, well, we have one side. I just created a blueprint for the station. Double click it, and well, now all I have to do is line this perfectly, flip it to the other side, and we should have that window being projected over here. And even if there is a few things overlapping, it doesn't really matter. All we want is that window over here. So let me get this projector pointing in the right direction. And there we go. Perfect. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, baby. Mm-hmm. Much simpler this way, I have to admit. I love being lazy. And let me tell you, my friends, even though being lazy is quite fun, because you get to have these beautiful ideas, I now come to the realization that I actually only needed to build half of the freaking space station. The other half could have been projected, but oh well. It's better late than ever, right? At least I saved myself some effort in the end. Like, the only disadvantage that I can see using this method is the fact that the sensor system doesn't work without a block in front of it, so it's a little bit harder to measure the distance properly. But, you know, it's just a matter of trial and error. Eventually, we are to get it done. There we go. And there we go, my friends. The final piece has been built. Oh boy. Oh, so long. This took so long, but hopefully it's going to be worth it. Let me just send this on its way. We have a clear line of sight to the waypoint 3. Turn off those things. I don't want to weld my helmet. Go on your way, please. And yeah, my friends, here we go. Here we go. And look at that. It took me a long time. It was expensive, but by God, this thing looks gorgeous. This is a space greenhouse. That's what it looks like. I wonder how does this look from the inside. We'll have to break one of these blocks. How about you? Can I get in? Yes, I can. Cool. Another. Oh, we can move through here. I have to deconstruct the projector now. It's not doing anything in here. But look at this view. Look at this magnificent view. It's absolutely gorgeous. 360 degrees of view. I really like the way this turned out. Of course, we still need to fill it up upstairs. Now, one of the things I would like to experiment is... well, because we have so much space over here, I was thinking maybe we could put a few oxygen farms around here, but I don't know if they work behind a glass or not. Well, we can experiment at least with them, and even if they have reduced efficiency, I'm still going to build them on the inside. All that I need is for them to work just a little bit, and that's like enough. It's like just one person. Pretty sure I cannot breathe all of that oxygen by myself, but still, we need to see if that is going to work or not. But oh well. Can I move? Thank you. It is done. It is done. Finally. Took me a long time, but now I can move on to do other things. Now, because I am tired of glasswork today. Okay, I think this is enough glasswork for one day. I'm going to start working on the logistic thingy, the logistics conveyor thing. Too many games, and I keep forgetting. The thing is, yeah, the conveyor tubes. Yeah, I need to start the conveyor line through here so that we can start setting up a few connectors. And after we have our first connector, I'm thinking about calling in the fuel express. To see if that thing has enough battery to reach this location. I sure hope that thing has enough battery, but if it doesn't, well, I suppose it's going to be lost in space. But yeah, enough talking for now, and let's just get these conveyor tubes in place. Should be relatively quick, at least in comparison to the to the ridiculous amount of glass work that we had to do, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be done in no time. There we go, my friends. The first set of connectors is built. We can then extend this line as far as we need it to be and add additional connectors along the way. I built this pillar over here to secure this connection. Let's say that one of these conveyor tubes gets shot out by a drone, for example. That way we don't lose everything, we just need to rebuild that particular piece. Now, I'm probably going to get rid of this window over here, so that we have a way to get into the station. That is also important, but for now it's going to stay. I'll deal with it later, but right now, let's get closer to our capital ship. We need to be in range of our own antenna. So let's see, first set up autopilot. Please go that way. Yeah, you're not going to collide with anything. Cool. Let's go over here, pretty close to the antenna. There we go. Better this way. Now let's go into the shift key menu, fuel station, and let's take a look at our camera system over here. Not this camera. This camera over here. There is our fuel express. Is that thing filled up? Good question. The answer would be yes. Nice. Okay, so we had enough hydrogen to fill it up at least once. Cool. Which means if we go over here once again and search for the remote, I believe we have to go into the undocking. Correct. We then remove the waypoint test. And now comes the difficult part, because we must add... where are they? The waypoints over here. Not dock, not approach, the relay station waypoints. Yeah, I have no idea. I think it's going to have to be... we have to start on the waypoint number 2, then we go for 3, 4, 5, and then we get it to come to the space station signal. That's probably the best way to do this. Let's get out of that particular view. Let's try to find the waypoint signals. Okay, so the 4 is closer than the 3. Yeah, okay, so yes it is. We have to start on the waypoint 2, which is the relay by the gold ore, and then it should just follow this path over here until it reaches the space station waypoint, which is a little bit inconvenient. We need to set up another one, like over here. The final approach will do it by hand, if that thing still has battery, that is. Yeah. Also, that thing probably is going to take 3 hours to get in here, so the sooner I start the journey, the better, I suppose. Okay, so I think I have set up this correctly. These ones are the basic ones to undock it and send it on its way, and then it should follow the route that we had set up. Now, in order for us to activate it, we have to find the timer block, the associated timer block, which is timer block, undock, engage. And the only thing that we have to do, if I recall correctly that is start this timer block. That thing should go by itself. There it goes. It should take a little bit until it reaches the exiting waypoint. After all, this is a close quarter. No, the other way, please, the other way. We have to witness this. Okay, so if that thing moves from that position onwards, then we know this thing is going to work. Because these waypoints, they are a little bit far away from each other. They are 45 kilometers each. One of those things, you never know if the game... like the remote control is a tad bit derpy already, so you never know if the game is going to be able to do that, but apparently it's going to be able to do that. Pretty cool. There it goes. Bye-bye Fuel Express, and now we get out of this, and we leave the remote control, we go back into the Shift K menu. We try to look for the Fuel Express in here. I believe it's the cargo drone. Maybe. Let's go into the terminal. I can't access. Oh shit. Oh, okay. Oof. Depleted in 2 hours. That's the time that that thing has to reach this... Whoa! 26 minutes, no. Well, let's assume the 2 hours. Let's finger cross, okay? And let's hope that those 2 hours are actually enough for that thing to move... Many kilometers, actually? I don't even know where the map base is. 158 kilometers. We'll see. If not, well, we now have a welding machine, so we can just build another one. It should be pretty easy if that one gets lost in space, but once again, if that thing gets lost in space, then it cannot come from the fuel station to our resupply hub, which means we are going to need another one. But I really like the Fuel Express. Okay, so for the bottom part, this would be the idea. This is going to be completely covered with blocks, no glass in here. Like, I don't feel like glass is a strong enough thingy to protect the hydrogen tanks, even though, truth be told, glass has far more components than blocks. So in theory it should be more resilient, but oh well, let's pretend that's not the case, right? So yeah, I might just put a little bit of extra glass over here on the power plant because it's the quote-unquote last place that we are supposed to be. I'm also going to build, try to build a maintenance shaft within the storage area. However, like that's a maintenance shaft. You are not supposed to be there for a long time, so glass windows are somewhat secondary. But still, I suppose I will have to see what I come up with once I reach that particular phase of the build. Now I'm going to focus a little bit on the power plant floor, and after that we are going to move towards this area, and then on the outside at least it's going to be done. That is my hope at least, and yeah, okay. Enough talking. Time to put down a few extra blocks. Slowly but steadily, I'm getting there, and this is actually looking pretty cool. I think when it's finally welded, it's going to be looking rather nice. Now, I was looking at the shift key menu, and would you look at that, the cargo drone is only 57 kilometers away. It's actually like almost here, so maybe I think everything is going to be alright. We will have enough power to transverse this. Are you going away, or are you going to bother me? Because I have more important things to do, okay? Unbelievable, these pirates. When you want to go out and kill pirates, they don't show up, but when you are in the middle of something very delicate, they just poke their heads in, just to annoy you. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm pretty sure that the fuel thingy is going to be okay. And in fact, we can even see it from, well, we can't exactly see it, but we can see the signal from it. So yeah, it should be here in no time. And there we go, my friends. The outer shell is now built. Boy, that's a lot of blocks. That is going to be a substantial amount of iron. And this thing is not airtight. I'm still missing a few blocks on the inside to make that airtight, so I don't know, maybe I'm not even going to bother with that. It is all going to depend on how future me is feeling about it. But yeah, at least aesthetics-wise, it's pretty cool. That's pretty much what I had in mind. The only thing missing, of course, is now the bottom, where we are going to have our antennas array and stuff like that. But yeah. Shape-wise, let's just take a good look at it. It's looking mighty fine. I'm somewhat happy with the result, because it's still not finished. We can't still appreciate its true beauty, but it's going on a good path. But my friends, I think we are going to stay in... this is the place that we are going to end the episode. Yeah, I already have 6 hours of footage to edit, and well, this might be a time-lapse heavier episode. We might not have an episode with the length that it used to be, right? Maybe it's going to be a little bit shorter, but truth be told, we have done a lot. This thing has grown substantially, and shape-wise is almost done. So in the next episode, we are going to dock the Fuel Express, which is coming. It's almost here, in fact. Before we go, let's just take a look, not the fuel station, the cargo drone, terminal, and let's see one of the batteries. Well, it's not amazing, but if the batteries are fully charged, it is going to survive the journey, no problem. We just need to make sure that thing is fully charged before we send it on its way, and it should be fine. So, no problem from there. Pretty happy. But as I was about to say, my friends, I hope that you have enjoyed this episode and that you are enjoying the series so far. If you are, please consider subscribing and help the channel grow. But in the meantime, this is the Base Manager signing out. Bye bye!